In League of today, we're playing some Grixis Control. I think Kolaghan's Command is a card that's really well positioned at the moment. There are lots of Stoneforge Mystics running around. So I'm pretty excited to run this through a league and see what I think. This is fine. We have a... excuse the siren, it'll calm down in a sec. I have to have the window open for most of today because it's really warm in London at the moment. We have Force for unfair matchups and we have Edict for fair ones. So I think this is a reasonable keep. Ooh, Rishadan Poor. If they cast a Vial, it's 100% getting forced. Get that nonsense out of here. Ponder's nice. I'd love to hold up Edict. I think I want to Ponder though, try and find a K command in case they have a follow-up Vial. I think that sounds really good to me. And like, if they have a Thalia, we can't even Edict them anyway, right? Holy cow, these cards. I want all of these. Hope this is Govos. Govos would be rough for us, I assume. Alright, so once we have to cast him next turn, I guess I'd rather have Bolt than Push if I'm forced to shuffle one away. Because Bolt kills Moran Crusader. So let's go Push him Bolts. Wasteland, that's rude. They don't have any white/red mana here though. And we get to hymn them. Like, they get to tap down a land and we just get to hymn to Tourach, which seems great. Yeah, this is really good for us, I think. Hopefully this hymn should let us know what it is we're playing against. So obviously getting basics plays around this wasteland, but I think we want to get dual lands so that they can't port us off of colours. I think that's more important to me. So I'm going to get an Underground Sea in at Badlands. They can waste me off red then, but I have the Edict to buy me time until I can find another red source. Oh my gosh, Chris.
Grixis is dead. Long live Grixis.
Thank you so much for the resubscription. I really, really appreciate it. Everyone spread some hearts in chat for our returning subscriber, Chris. Yeah, obviously the loss of Deathrite Shaman has just killed Grixis. Can't play Grixis anymore. So they are on Death and Taxes. Exciting. Thank you so much for the continued support, Chris. I really appreciate it. I also really appreciate killing Mother of Runes. True facts. I'm just going to do this whilst I have access to red mana. Don't know when we'll next be seeing red mana, so... Ooh, we can snap Ponder now. That sounds reasonable. Just like, keep churning through the deck. Get our threat in play. I'm kind of off this. I think this is like a pretty easy shuffle. It gives us our red source and a Brainstorm, I guess, but I think we can do a lot better. Yeah, Gurmag Angler's great. I can apply some pressure. Flickerwisp. That's a good thing to edict. Now they're on 0 cards in hand as well. So I could hold this for Brainstorm, or I could crack it to keep more options in my yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if I crack it, I get to keep both the Bolt and the Edict, which seems reasonable. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and sack this now. It also cuts me off red mana of Port, potentially, but I think I like keeping the extra options in my graveyard here. And keeping like more delve fuel in case we draw another Angler as well. That's not going to do it. So they should probably tap down our red source. Yep. Oh, I think... Do we not have a Lily Last Hope? I thought I had one in the list, but maybe I don't. I am sad at the lack of Lily. That card is kind of absurd. So we just get to Snap Bolt this now because the Krakus is tapped. That's great. It's kind of messed up. This game was convincing. I don't know. I guess they could draw a Brightling, maybe? To buy them a turn. Alright, so... we definitely want Pithing Needle and Abrade for Vial. I think we want this Engineered Plague too. Oh my lord. Holy Diva with a huge host. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Daniela. To everyone joining us, we're playing Legacy for the rest of today. We're currently playing some Grixis Control. And we're currently against Death and Taxes, which is pretty exciting. It's going okay so far. I think I want the 4th hymn. I'm not... On the draw, the 4th hymn might be a bit slow. Is there anything we dislike? I actually kind of like the counterspells post board because of Cataclysm and Gideon. Yeah, there is a Lily in the deck. Show them how to Legacy. I'll try my best, Daniela. I'll try my best. I think I'm just going to run it like this. I think the 4th hymn is maybe a bit overkill. I don't want to cut these counterspells when they're bringing in Cataclysm. I think Cataclysm is a very easy way to lose. It's really weird to me, like, how good Last Hope is in Legacy. It feels like she shouldn't be. But she's just, like, better than Liliana of the Veil at the moment. The synergy with Brainstorm was, like, really nice too. The fact she just like gets to act as a reshuffle. is really strong. You need to buy them, Big J. That's really encouraging, Mafioso. I think Miracles is like one of the scariest decks in Legacy at the moment, and whatever you're playing needs to have a good matchup against it. Like, there's been so much Miracles online. Yeah, you can rent cards as well instead of buy them, for sure. I did that for a while with Mana Traders. Yeah, we're playing an Engineered Plague because... mainly because True Name Nemesis is really scary. And, like, Diabolic Edict isn't actually the cleanest answer to True Name. But at the same time, there's, like, lots of goblins online. There's lots of Death and Taxes where you can, like, name Elemental or Human or whatever. It's, pretty nice against Elves, which I assume this deck struggles against as well. So, I just wanted to give it a try. Apparently my opponent has disconnected. Clearly optimal timing. Oh wow, Mafioso, that's so sick. Just like hymn them into oblivion, I guess. Yeah, this seems like a mole. Only having one mana source, can't cast a Brainstorm. I'm gonna keep this on the draw. Hope that between like Scry and Brainstorm we can get there. We've got a basic as well, so they can't waste us off this land. That could be the case, Minifer. I don't know, the games go along with this deck, right? Do we want to play Tarn so that we can push something, potentially? I guess I'm interested in that. Instead of just, like, playing Island. Stoneforge Mystic, yep. So now we get to hymn that. Next turn play Strix, try and dig towards lands. Just gonna kill this to keep Badisco off the table, if they have one in hand already. I don't know, Plague versus Deluge is kind of interesting from the perspective of, maybe we're meant to get an Underground Sea. I guess they can't waste us off blue, it doesn't really matter. Just have access to red is really nice. So like, Plague does less when you cast it, but continues to do stuff throughout the rest of the game. Which is like part of the appeal, I think. Like it just gets you value from the rest of the game from that point on. So they have to name one here. It's really awkward though. If they name one, we could just like K command this potentially. Alright. Yeah, get another blue source whilst we're at it. Even like potentially minus her next turn to fuel the Angler, which is exciting. We know they have a Jitte in hand, but this doesn't actually have power, so I guess it's safe for us to swing with the Strix. Grixis is great. Would love to draw a K command. Ooh. So they have the Jitte, so this could actually get a bit scary if we don't draw something soon, with this locking out our Brainstorm. We do get to block the Avenger at least, to keep our Liliana around. Hey there, Heather. Do I just want to Jace bounce the Avenger and plus on Sanctum just so they can't get counters? That sounds pretty nice to me. And then next turn Jace can 0 to look for a K command. Yeah, Jace minus seems really good. I want to diversify my colours here. So I guess I want to get a Volcanic Island. Just like make sure they can't lock me off colours easily with port. We need them to not have Sword of Fire and Ice. That would be like basically unbeatable. I don't think attacking actually matters. I can't think of any way we get punished, but I also just don't think the 1 damage is really going to change anything. So I'm just not going to bother. I can't think of any way we get punished realistically, but doesn't seem worth even like the slightest amount of risk. Yeah, so that kills Jace. It's pretty strong. Kills Jace and draws them a card. They're not going for it, Jesus. That's unreal to me. So now we just want to 0, maybe? We've got like 2 options here. We could bounce the Avenger to again, and like cast the Angler and hope that keeps the Prelate at bay and buys us another turn, but I think I want to 0. Just dig for a K command or an Abrade. So whatever I put back here, I can minus Lily to get rid of. I can't interact with the Sanctum at the moment because it's on 1, so I can't push it or bolt it. Michael? I think I'm going to put back Angler plus Spell and then minus rebuying the Angler. And then I can go Strix into Angler if I don't hit anything off the Strix. And I can get rid of a random crappy cantrip. You think the line was just bounce? Oh, I could bounce the Prelate. Yep. No, you're correct. You're correct. I should have bounced the Prelate for sure. I agree completely. Yeah, if we bounced the Prelate, we'd be in a pretty good situation, right? Since then we could just murder everything. I forgot that minusing on Prelate would free up our hand a lot, but yeah, we could snap push and Brainstorm. You're right, Mafioso. That was, like, clearly the best thing to do. Now they just get to kill our Jace, so we can't bounce the Prelate anymore. Yes, this just happens. They can murder our Strixes as well. Yes, agree. Agree with all of that. I do get to kill the Sanctum Prelate next turn. Might be a bit too little too late, but I have Liliana plus Plague. So this is a human cleric. Okay. Do I want to attack with this? I guess I'm going to anyway, right? I'm going to at some point this turn. I might as well do it before giving them info. It's like really unlikely they block, but yeah, we may still win. Our hand is like very strong. Once we've got this Prelate out of play, game becomes a bit easier. They have to spend a turn attacking Lily rather than drawing cards off the sword as well. I don't know whether I'd rather Brainstorm or Bolt this turn. I guess I can leave up this one, have the option, leave up Bolt, and then like end of turn Brainstorm to use our mana if there's nothing to bolt. Maybe. We can name human here. It shuts down a huge chunk of their deck. It stops our Snapcasters from staying in play, which is like not optimal, but it shuts down so many of their cards that I think this is really good. I could also just Brainstorm main phase to look for lands, but I kind of like most of my cards at the moment. You think we want to Brainstorm for a Kolaghan's command? That's legit. I could see that being the case. Just like dig for K command as fast as possible. EOT, yeah. If there's nothing for us to use our mana on bolting. That makes sense. Oh wow, they're leaving the Lily on the table. That's pretty nice for us. Means they get to draw a card, but I guess they have triple port, so they figure they can just like shut us out of doing anything relevant. But I think this works out nicely for us. I've got bad news for you. Okay, that worked out. I'm just gonna spew this Brainstorm. I've got a Snapcaster that can flash it back anyway. I think I just want to use my mana here, since there's nothing to bolt. Plague confirmed, busted. Oh my god. Him to Tourach. Right, I'm going to be edicting the Serra Avenger with whatever mana they tap down. Then I think I just want to be able to hold up Counterspell, right? So I can just shuffle. I'd kind of like to hymn them, but I just feel like none of their cards do anything, or else they'd be casting them. So I'm going to shuffle away the hymn. I just feel like they'd be casting their cards if their cards did anything. Interesting. None of their cards do anything, the Death and Taxes story. It's so true, though. Alright, I think we've got this game. I punted horrendously, but apparently our deck is great and our opponent's deck is less great. Apparently we're playing Kolaghan's Command against the equipment deck. That's fine. I'm saving this counterspell for, like, Cataclysm or Gideon. I don't really care about countering most of their creatures. If I counter this, I could just kill them, though. Whatever. Just bolt it instead. It's like makes them use up their mana too, so they can't port us as much in our turn. I am not flashing in this as an Ambush Viper because it will instantly die because of our Engineered Plague. Uh-huh. Now the bolt in the yard means they're... No, I guess they're not quite dead, even with the Jitte counters. This deck feels busted. It feels very good so far. One match in. But we'll see, we'll see. It does have basically all the tools you could ask for. And it's very good against these Stoneforge Mystic decks that are running around at the moment. Flicker Wisp. I think that's fine. I can just like snap bolt it, right? They can flicker my Engineered Plague to get a human in play, but I have a counterspell even if they do manage to get something in play. I guess they could like Vial in a Mother and like try and equip both creatures. I don't know. Just doesn't matter. Yeah, Wisp does nothing. Agree. Strong agree. So I mean, they're gonna sword up the Wisp, so Lily doesn't quite deal with it, but oh my god, this is so great. The Snapcaster instantly dies so that we can rebuy it with Liliana. I'm so happy right now. This is everything. I'm just gonna go ahead and bolt this and save my Edict in case they manage to somehow get an equipment on a creature at some point. Means we can't like use bolt to speed up the clock, but so I guess we just start drawing Snapcasters every turn. I guess that's a thing we can do. my god. We're about to assemble a loop. You like drawing the Strix this turn because it speeds up our clock by a turn? That's fair. We hit Kolaghan's command anyway because we're incredibly lucky. Actually, it doesn't speed up the clock by a turn, does it? They only go up to 3. Oh yeah, we should have done that in response. It just doesn't matter. I'm not paying much attention. This game's so over. Because nothing actually matters. Alsapeth. Like, there's no way they can get back from this situation. I'm not wasting too much brain power on a game I've already won. But you are correct that I should have, like, technically should have done that, for sure. That would have killed them a turn earlier. Okay, well, that was a good showing for our first round. I kept punting horrendously, still won. This deck is sweet. Jeez. To everyone who's joined us today, especially from, like, Daniela's big host, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider giving it a follow. I'm planning on streaming, like, basically every weekday until I fly out for the Pro Tour in a couple weeks' time. Mainly going to be playing Legacy because I'm playing Legacy, the Legacy seat at the PT for my team. So, really want to get lots of practice in, find a deck I like. Enjoying this Grixis one so far. I've been enjoying Stoneblade too. I think Stoneblade's really sweet. Okay, we're on the play. This sounds fine. We have Force against unfair decks. Plenty of stuff for fair decks too. I'm gonna... I think I'm just gonna lead on the fetch so I can't get wasted turn 1. It's like a bit awkward, like potentially having to crack the fetch to push something when we have the Brainstorm in hand and we want to be able to like shuffle stuff away, but it's probably fine. Okay. Also, like, next time when we Brainstorm, we probably want to do it off an Underground Sea anyway, so we can find another fetch land and still shuffle. Interesting. Some sort of combo deck. Huh. There is, like, a non-zero argument to casting Brainstorm at the end of their turn just to find a hymn to Tourach if they're on a combo deck, but I think I want to untap first. I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. I'm going to assume they're on a combo deck based on that start, I think, or that I at least want to try and find some early interaction quickly. Hymn to Tourach's perfect. Oh, it could also be back to basic Stoneblade, that's true. That's also an option. We have this Kolaghan's command we can keep in hand though. So we have some tools against Stoneblade, which is nice. I think I'm going to get rid of the Fatal Push in the Badlands. I can hold one Jace for the Force. Yeah, hymns are good versus miracles too. Like, whatever deck our opponents are on, the hymn's going to be great. So, I guess maybe there's an argument for keeping the... I can't remember what order I put them back. If I kept the push on top, I would be able to, like, push a Stoneforge Mystic here, potentially. Just need to keep that counterbalance out of play. Hymns are good versus magic cards. True facts. I don't think we're going to be well positioned against the back to basics regardless. So I'm just going to fetch my red source here instead of fetching a basic. Well then, him you. These. Got a ponder. Stone rained them. If we draw a land, we get to Jace. Him is a deeply messed up magic card. It's fairly disgusting. Oh wow, the Stone Rain actually ended up affecting them. That's so heartbreaking. Not being able to do this is also pretty heartbreaking. I think I just want to Snapcaster now to try and hit my land drop for this Jace next turn. Obviously not having the option of snap him later is sad, but just want to dig for my land drop here, I think. Yeah, I like snap Brainstorm too. Just like try and hit land drops. Sick. Kinda like all my cards except the Bolt. Oh, thank you, Toxin. I'm glad you like the Mew. Mew's great. I guess we just put these back and just like spew the ponder. The Kolaghan's command's not terribly exciting at the moment. I'd like to be able to remove their Jace as the thing, which makes the Bolt interesting, but if they're smart and plus Jace, it's not like it's not like we can bolt it down anyway. Yeah. Interesting. How do we feel about this? Yeah, Kolaghan's command's not the best. We can use it to like rebuy Snapcasters and Strixes later, but we're like a bit far away from that, I think. I think I want to shuffle this. I think we can do better. Like the Brainstorm's nice, but I just want to find Snapcasters and him to Tourach, basically. Or like a force so that we can resolve our Jace next turn. Would also be great. Part of the incentive for keeping a Strix there was so that Force could protect Jace if we find one. You like keeping it? It's like fine. Maybe it's okay to keep. Let's just... They could have a Counterspell. They only have like 2 in their deck though. I think I just want to jam. Like there's such a good chance this just wins us the game here. Sick. Jace is on board. Next time we can like... I guess they probably have a sword, so unsummoning the Snapcaster to rebuy him doesn't actually work. Are they looking for... Yeah, so they have a force of their own. That's scary. So now we're really, really hoping they don't have another Jace and their 4th land. If they resolve a Jace this turn, we're in a bit of trouble. So many Strix. Alright, let's poke across for 2. I've not really thought about the Mono Red Sarkhan very much. It seems kind of cool. Huh. I can probably just cast another Strix. If they, like, Terminus me, that's fine. It's, like, a 1 for 0, right? Because all these cards have replaced themselves. Yeah, spam the birds. Agree. That seems really good. So I don't even care about them terminusing this board, since all my cards have replaced themselves. Do I cast this one? I already have a 2-turn clock in play. I'm kind of inclined to lead with Brainstorm here, honestly. I think they're now at the point where they have to Terminus to win the game. This might be an aggressive Brainstorm. I kind of just want to, like, find more Hymn to Tourach. Keep using my mana. Obviously, if I brick on the fetch land, it's kind of rough, though. Get rid of the edicts. And then I can shuffle. I think I'm fine just passing the turn. It's like, there's like some amount of appeal to casting the bird just to like dig towards more Hymn to Tourach and Snapcasters, but so do I want to push a Snapcaster so I can K-command it back? I'm like not interested in that. Because then I can go snap him next turn. It's kind of like turning my Fatal Push into a Hymn to Tourach. I think I'm kind of interested in that idea. Literally, actually, maybe, kind of not interested. Oh my lord. Alright. Not sure that we can really beat it back to basics, but I'm going to pretend that we can. Thank you for that, host. Let's just kill this thing. Like, they have Snapcasters we can push to, and obviously entreat, but I think we just want to be proactive here. Hey there, Faithless Looting. I'm going to K-command end of turn. Return the Snapcaster, you discard a card. Probably getting countered, but incoming Mentor. They don't always have them game 1. Otherwise I'd be a bit more concerned about that. But there are like plenty of lists that just don't play Mentor game 1. Okay, still lose this. We're running out of cards now. It's very important that you choose the order of those 2 identical cards on the bottom of your library. I know, right? That's so important. Now we can hardcast Force to protect our fish. That's pretty nice. If they take this hit, they're in bolt range for the rest of the game. Also great. I think it's fine to play this out. Interesting. Do we force this? I don't know. I feel like if they'd had a swords, they'd have cast it already. I kind of just want to force this Brainstorm. Like, their hand clearly sucks, or they'd be doing stuff, right? I don't want them drawing into, like, 2 swords or something. Yeah, dodging last turn was really important. Agree. You like not forcing because they have 2 fetch lands. Why did the fetch lands affect things, Mafioso? I guess if they want to shuffle, they drop to 1, so they then need to kill both of our creatures. I don't know. Right, Red Blast seems excellent. Him seems absurd. Flusterstorm seem decent. Can take out these pushes and these edicts. We obviously need to be able to kill kill Mentor. We've still got the 2 bolts for that though, which is something. I think Kolaghan's command might be a bit bad, maybe. Could cut 1. Could also just trim on forces, just go down to 2 forces. I think the forces are honestly like kind of decent against miracles, but Plague versus Mentor, huh? It's not like the actual worst. I think I prefer all the cards in the deck currently over Plague, but shutting down the monk production is relevant. If we lose to Mentor this game, I could see boarding in Plague. You trim a K command and just rock just 2 Fluster and keep all 4 forces. That's also reasonable. I wouldn't mind like a 3rd force, honestly. I feel like it could be important. I'm gonna try this, see how this feels. I could imagine that K command's just too awkward and we want to trim on them, but Ponder, you got some work to do. Oh, if they have a Flusterstorm, it's kind of brutal. Anyway. Force plus land plus him. Dreamy. Let's draw the force so we can counterbalance. Yeah, that makes complete sense, Donnie. We just need to be able to counterbalance, so we need forces on the draw. I think I agree with you. We should probably just have all 4 forces for that reason. And counterbalance is a terrifying card. Case in point. Please resolve, please resolve, please resolve. Thank God. They did not have a force of their own. Now we get to take half their hand. Just hit both Mentors. Oh my God. Oh, Hymn to Tourach is a hell of a card, let me tell ya. Hymn to Tourach is a hell of a magic card. I don't really want to cast the Brainstorm yet. I kind of want to save it for a turn. Just like get my Strix down, dig a little deeper before brainstorming. Since like we kind of like want all sorts of things at the moment. Yeah, Strix plus Hold Up Blast seems great to me, agree. We like want to Hold Up Blast every turn for the rest of the game now. Like this land is just always untapped. Oh my gosh, thank you for gifting that sub, Phil, to Mafioso. Everyone spread some hearts in chat to celebrate Mafioso joining us. I can probably Brainstorm now. I'm not like too interested in this bolt, and I want to hit land drops for Jace. Interesting. Him's honestly running out of usefulness. Let's get rid of him plus bolt. I guess we need to be able to kill a Mentor, but they probably only have the 2 in their deck, and we've got rid of them both. So, it seems good. Alright, end of turn we're going to crack this. I don't want either of those cards. I want to just hit my land drops. I think they do have 2 cards in hand. Maybe I should have left the him on top for like if this happened. That could have been correct. Just like if they keep a card in hand, then the him is awesome. Yeah, we should have left the him on top so we could redraw it there. Agree. I am not casting Jace until I have a 5th mana. Interesting. This Flusterstorm's looking pretty bad at this point, so that's something I can shuffle away with the Brainstorm. I'm not convinced they would have countered the Kolaghan's command, would they? Hey, we found it. It's great. I can get rid of a K command and a Fluster and just him them. If this gets countered, we can snap him them. Ooh, I could red blast this and get their whole hand. I kind of like that. It leaves us soft to a Jace, but they only get the 1 activation, and then we get to blast the Jace. Yeah, rep seems great, agree. Just like, eat their whole hand. Deal. Sick. We got to predict. That's so good for us. I'm surprised they didn't predict in response. Just like take the chance at drawing 2. Discard the swords and a card. Right, now that they had a blind draw, I'm just going to slam Jace, I think. Because there's a really good chance this just resolves and takes over the game. Can cast this Angler. This is game 2. We won game 1. I think I could also just hold up my Red Blast. That's probably better. I'm probably not meant to cast this Angler. Just want to protect my Jace, right? And stop them getting one of their own. We lose exactly to Entreat, so we want to find a counterspell, right? To counter Entreat. That makes sense. I can Kolaghan's command the final card from their hand here. I kind of want to, like, just hit all my land drops for the rest of the game. I don't know, kind of taking actions at random here. Let's eat their hand. And not tap all our red sources to do it. I should play around back to basics, huh? That is a thing I should start doing. That can make sense, David. Try and keep Entreat away with Fate Seal. I'm just going to shuffle this. I just want to find Counterspell as quickly as possible. And I'm going to get an Angler down this turn, since we now can't hold up Counterspell anyway. Back to Basics is a blue card. That's a good point, Nucleo. That's a very good point. We would probably just counter it. Oh hey, we can't possibly lose. That's pretty great. I like not possibly losing. These counterspells have been, like, nice. Just having answers once you're ahead like this to stop any, like, weird outs. We can lose to 4 running copies of Entreat. Oh my god. Interesting. Whatever. I'll cast my Snapcaster Mage. This is clearly the best counterspell art. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's like unreal pretty. I'm always surprised this isn't more well liked. It's just like so colourful. I can cast my Snapcaster Mage, I can kill them. This counterspell art, like their attack, is quite pretty. I am going to be back in a moment. I'm just going to get some more water and return momentarily with 2-0. Hi. Oh my god. Hey, I did not actually cover up from you completely that time, but I did forget not to cover up you. You are correct. You are correct, Phil. Hey, Alessia. Deathrite was holding the deck back. Oh my god. People suddenly realised Deathrite is just not good in Grixis, apparently. We have found the best deck in Legacy, clearly. Undefeated. Yeah, things are changing pretty rapidly at the moment in Legacy for sure. It's kind of exciting. Alright. On to our third one. If we could just 5-0 this and I could lock in my Legacy deck for the PT, that would be great. That would be great. I was stone dead to combo with this hand, but I'm gonna keep. Interesting. Yeah, we're just mostly copying the 5-0 list. We've changed like 3 cards, but that's about it, Alessia. It's basically the 5-0 list. I really hope they're not on Sneak and Show. It's kind of what I'm worried about at the moment. I think I'm just going to pass the turn. So I don't know what I'm doing with this Brainstorm yet. So I don't really know what they're on. Just gonna stare at each other. I think I'm pretty interested in brainstorming here just to guarantee I hit lands. I can like hedge with what I put back. Just like want to make sure I hit my land drop next turn. And find a hymn to Tourach maybe. Finding a hymn to Tourach would be really exciting. Alright, I think I'm putting back this Fatal Push, because I've got a Bolt that can kill a creature. And I'm not sure what other card I'm putting back to shuffle away. I think I do want to shuffle something away though, because I just want like a fresh draw to try and hit him to Tourach. Maybe they should just be for him to Tourach's main deck. Every single turn it's all I want to draw. Can we play Dak in this deck? That would be delightful. Like I want to keep both Snapcasters for sure. See you, Mafioso. We'll try our best. I think I'm getting rid of this Liliana. I don't think I'm tapping out for Liliana next turn. I think this is good. Let's find another C here. Ooh, Counterspell's nice. I was tempted to like Brainstorm here to try and find a hymn, but I think I just want to hold up Counterspell now. I think that sounds great. Needs more Blighted Agents. Doesn't every deck? Oh, we're against Miracles. That's exciting. Kolaghan's command, return my Blighted Agent. Things that could technically happen. Oh my god, Phil. That was an aggro timeout. I'm sorry, Bobsy. Alright, now we know we're against Miracles. We know what we don't want. I need to find a blue source here, right? So I can ponder and hold up Counterspell. Mod abuse. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, start fetching upkeep because of Stifle, or... what's the reasoning for that? I mean, if I guess I get more info on whether I want to shuffle or not that way. The Ponder's pretty interesting. So is the Strix. The Strix is like a threat, but I just want to find him to Tourach. Like, it's the only thing I care about, right? It's the literal only card in the deck I care about is him to Tourach. Oh, that makes sense, Minifer. That makes complete sense. I agree. I agree. You're correct. This resolves, we let them draw 2, but I need to just hold up Counterspell, I think. Hey, I look forward to our bright future of Kolaghan's commanding back flighted agents, Bubsy. Yeah, that makes sense, Minifer. It's something I'm like not super used to having to consider, because back when I was playing Grixis Delta, it would be really rare for you to pass the turn with like 2 open mana and end up like brainstorming in their end step or whatever. It just like wasn't a play pattern that really came up very much. I think I'm just gonna end of turn snap Brainstorm here to like keep digging through the deck. And like taps us out. They can resolve a predict or whatever, but we're probably not countering a predict anyway. Alright. This Brainstorm's gonna be great. I can feel it. This Brainstorm was not great. Oh, we have a Jace though. So maybe these forces are good. We can guaranteed resolve Jace this turn. That's exciting. Gurmag Angler paired with Tainted Strike, the dream. Yeah, Jace with double force. I am a fan of that idea. Let's do that thing. Just get rid of this Counterspell, I guess. And then the next one's probably getting rid of the Brainstorm. I could not possibly imagine why we haven't done that yet, Nucleo. Couldn't tell you. Oh wow. Jace resolved? Jace resolved? How's that realistic? Jace resolved and we have double force in hand. Oh my god. I guess I leave Bolt on top, and then if they play a Jace I can draw the Bolt, and if they don't I can shuffle. We faced Enchantress earlier. It's also loosely a meme, I guess. To the extent that Autumn Cook often watches the stream and makes Enchantress related comments. Wow. The loss of one life, forcing the concession. Alright, so continuing to body miracles, that's decent. Let's bring in this stuff again. Take out this stuff again. I think I am just going to take out a K command. They've been kind of bad. We could bring in Pithing Needle for Teferi. I don't think I want to do that though. There's also, if we see Azcanter, I might bring in Pithing Needle, but I haven't seen Azcanter in a Miracles list basically since the banning, which is kind of strange to me. I always thought that card looked very impressive. I think I'm just going to start keeping in all 4 forces. Like, that game, the force was absurd, right? Just being able to, like, make sure Jace resolves. Apparently we do misunderstand, Bobsy. Apparently so. Let's send this one back. Has a hymn to Tourach, has to be great. Blighted Agent in Miracles. Use your counterbalance to counter their removal on your Blighted Agent. These are kind of interesting to me. I don't like the 4th land so much. I definitely want a Ponder and a Reb though. I think those sound great. And then we can use the Ponder next turn to maybe shuffle. It would be a miracle if I win. Ooh, Divination. I like it. I guess we don't get to shuffle next turn because we want to just hymn them. But that's fine. 4th land isn't the end of the world anyway. I'm pretty sure I just want to hymn them. I could hold up Reb. And then, like, Reb is going to force through the hymn next turn anyway. I actually like that the most. I think that sounds really good. We will shuffle this garbage. So this turn we have Reb up for counterbalance. Then next turn we get to him with Reb back up. Who would suggest such a thing, Phil? That's so unreal. just do this. I guess it's a bit awkward if we rev a Counterspell. They could resolve Jace next turn. That's definitely a bit awkward. Interesting. We can kill that with our K command. I think this is fine. Like, they probably take our rep, but then we just K command it down anyway. Yeah, this is fine. I don't care about this particularly. I guess it gives them info, but wow. We so lucky. We so lucky. Ripping that blue card off the clique trigger. If they just hadn't cliqued us, they wouldn't have got hemmed. I guess, no, we'd have rebbed the force, right? So yeah, they would have got hemmed. Never mind. Please, no Mentor. I guess we can kill Mentor, but I would still prefer not to see a Mentor hit play here. Ooh. They on the beatdown plan. This Gurmag's actually a bit awkward. We kind of want to preserve most of the cards in our yard for Snapcasters. We're still going to get a clean 2-for-1 here. Jeez, Glorybringer, is that really the case? I never realized that. That's amazing. I had Zelda wrong all these years. Ooh, hit Pyroblast from the hand. I could cast the Angler this turn. I want my Snapcasters to be good though. Maybe we should play a Glorybringer on this deck. It can't be red blasted. Kills Jace. Oh shit. Huh. Right. We have a problem. I guess I just cast my Angler so I can block on board. I guess that's fine. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just cast the Angler and have Force up to protect it. It should buy us a bunch of time. There are a lot of things Mono Red Prison could almost legitimately justify, to be fair. I would like to draw a land and a Glorybringer. That sounds great here. Jesus. I don't think I can afford to force that, is the problem. Did they keep off... We should look at some... Because they snapped back a Portent. And they didn't shuffle. So they're going to get to snap, predict, and draw 2. I think I just have to force this and hope to draw really well. I don't think I can afford to let this happen. Like, let them draw 2 and trigger Mentor. It's not great for us, but this is great for us. Jesus, this is so good. We are so incredibly lucky. They should do this now. They might have another Snapcaster for like Snap Counterspell for this. And if the Mentor dies, I get to start attacking. Brainstorm's so good. Jesus. We just looked so dead, and then we drew a Brainstorm. Now we're like ahead on board, and we're drawing a Jace next turn. Interesting. I feel like getting rid of the chump blocker for the Angler is good for me, right? Maybe this means they're about to go Jace bounce. That would be kind of brutal. This must mean they have like Jace bounce, right? I think I still want to do this regardless. Getting their 2-1 out of play when we're about to draw our own Jace is pretty nice. Why shouldn't we block? What was I missing there? They have a reason to offer the trade. They were just trying to get in damage because of the Terminus, apparently. You misspelled Terminus. Alright, let's try and find some cards. It's not quite let us keep force up. Do I just want to shuffle these away? I guess I want to have the option of shuffling them away, right? I want to have the option of shuffling them away. God damn it. Bye-bye, Jace. You were loved. I think I'm shuffling these. I guess we can hard cast Force. Maybe these are fine. They're like pretty unexciting, but probably fine. Whatever. I'll just draw the Counterspell and pass the turn. We can choose to like keep or shuffle the Force depending on what happens here. That makes sense. You just have to like figure out the reason why, right? Terminus didn't really occur to me as a reason why, but Pyroblast still just unreal. Pyroblast is so good. I think I want to draw the Force rather than take a random card. I don't know. Our random cards are pretty good. Post board. We have Counterspell backup for whatever we do. I think I'm just going to shuffle. We're only really sad if we hit like a land here or the bolt, the one remaining bolt. Those are like the only things that make us really sad. I'm continuing to disrespect back to basics because I think we just can't beat it without a red blast anyway. Random card could be him, exactly. Why would you want to draw a card that isn't him to Tourach when you could draw him to Tourach? Okay. I guess there's no real need to play this. If we Brainstorm, we might want access to all the cards we Brainstorm into. Like, Counterspell can't even be played around a Fluster for 2 anyway, because it's naturally a Fluster for 3 in that scenario. Due to, like, the fact that there's at least 2 spells cast in a turn for that situation to even occur. Start poking. Him to Tourach. Quite strong, I am told. Right, I'm gonna hold that land. Just like hold lands for Brainstorm from now on. There's like hypothetically weird scenarios where we want to play out the land if we like draw a Snapcaster and end up Snapcasting a K command or something, but or like draw a Jace and want to do various things. I think we just want to hold the land. Please no force. Shit. Strong, strong. So we need a red blast like now. I guess that could be a red blast. There is a world in which this could be a red blast. So we can snap Brainstorm, right? Hey, DC Sports. We definitely just want to Brainstorm here, because we have trash in hand. Huh. Interesting. So I get rid of these two. I can now have Snap Counterspell up to protect me from a Terminus, I guess. And just like try and get there with my critters. They're going to be drawing 2 cards a turn. It's going to make it very tricky, but the other option is I could Snap Ponder, just digging for a red blast. I've still got 3 red blasts in my deck. If I hit one, I probably win the game. I'm not really sure what I meant to do here. It's either Snap Counterspell or Snap Ponder, but it's not clear to me which is better. I think I'm just going to Snap Ponder, though. Yeah, I think I just like the chance at like getting this Teferi off the board. I think that sounds really, really good for us. Like if we can get the Teferi off the board, we just can't lose, right? I'll Snap Bolt, leave them dead on board next turn. Nah, I think I like this. I think I like this. Holy cow. Okay. That was unexpected. I guess it makes sense. It's why they played Teferi of 1 mana up. So just get a bit trickier. Yeah, that was kind of brutal. Oh my god. Supreme Verdict off the Snapcaster. Alright, we need a Reb this turn, please. one-time Reb would also accept Jace Brainstorm into Reb. Yeah, I think I can play on for one more turn. Like, the him undoes some of the card advantage. It's kind of a Reb. I think that's a very generous description. Uh-huh. Okay. Moving swiftly on. This, like, would have put them to 2, I guess. But then we're just, like, never beating this stuff. Because we could have K command deal 2, get pack snap, snap bolt. We, like, almost get there. Kind of. Hey, Sandro. I think we just run it back like this. I could bring in Pithing Needle as another answer to Teferi. There's like nothing to name with it other than Teferi, really, though. So I think this is good. Honestly, it's not impossible that the Anglers just aren't good. Just because, like, they're the only thing that cleanly trades with the removal spells they're leaving in. This hand is excellent. Because it has the best card in the deck. Go ahead and aggro Ponder here. This is a whole lot of cantrips. I'm tapping out for him next turn. I guess these just help me hit my land drops, right? This is probably fine. It's probably greedy to ship this. Even if it's not, like, exciting. You would see almost exactly no games, Phil. Almost exactly 0 games. Gonna get another C. We can find a red source later. Just want to make sure I have double blue and double black. God damn it. Think I'm forcing this? Maybe. I'm probably not meant to force this. That's a really good spell pierce. I didn't want to force that because if they have counterbalance this turn, I have to counter it. I can't afford to let counterbalance resolve, so obviously kind of sucks not getting our him to Tourach to resolve, but we'll cope. Maybe I was meant to keep a force over like one of the brainstorm on the Ponder. Then we could have forced there and still had another force up to deal with counterbalance. That would have been really good. Let's just Ponder because we need to find a land. Pyro, sure. Get rid of this Angler. I think I want both these lands because then I can snap him next turn. So I could just get rid of the Ponder and keep the Strix, I guess. I could also get rid of the Strix and just Ponder this turn. I kind of like that more. Yeah, this seems good. Continuing to completely disrespect the existence of Back to Basics. Huh. Interesting. I think I'm interested in these two spells. I'm a bit scared of Mentor, so the Bolt's actually kind of nice. Upkeep Predict, no, just tapping. Yeah, we've got enough time, Schultz. I think we're going to be okay. Okay, we're on Spell Pierce. Just like get this him going. I'm not going to play the Snap into a Reb. Huh. I think I let this resolve. Rather than getting rid of my Snap here. Lets them like protect their cards from him a tiny bit, but we're still going to get a clean 2 for 1. Yeah, Cleek's a nice one to get rid of. Holy cow. I might just have to force that. That's so good. We can't deal with it at the moment. This sucks. If they have Red Blast, we just like lose the game, but okay. Well, we need to find a Red Blast this turn, or the game is over. We don't even have a creature to return. Fairly sure we can no longer win this game with them having Escanter active. We need their hand to be like so atrocious. Yeah, this is like part of the reason to maybe board in Pithing Needle, to have an out to this, but thought Pithing Needle was probably a touch too narrow. I guess now they have a Pyroblast, it's probably like reasonable to concede, right? Because we can no longer resolve a Jace, which was like maybe our best chance at beating this. It is a bit worse. There are a lot of Stoneforge Mystics running around. I should have Red Blasted that at F6 because I'm kind of off this game. On a positive note, like, this deck's felt pretty reasonable against Miracles. It's certainly not a walk in the park, but... Wait, is this blue? I guess it would be letting me target it if it was blue. It just flips into a colorless card even though it's blue originally. That makes sense. Because I know apparently it has CMC2, which is really weird. Yeah, I can't blast it. The only reason I thought that maybe could be the case is because this has CMC2, but you're correct. It's a land of no color indicator. Okay. I guess we try our best here. Hey, Caius. Are they gonna hardcast Force? Just activate Search. Look for swords. Okay. Counter your Force. Just have to fade Jace, Swords, Terminus, and Supreme Verdict for a few turns. Okay, okay. They redraw the Pyroblast, so they can now beat Jace. That makes sense. Alright, I'm kind of done with this game. I'm not beating as counter here. It's a bit sad. I don't know if we could have won that game if we'd kept the second Force in hand off the Ponder, or like drawn the second Force off the Ponder on our first turn, and been like able to position ourselves much more aggressively. On a positive note, this deck does feel like it has some amount of game versus miracles though, which is nice. Like a pile of Hymn to Tourach does a lot of work. Hymn to Tourach isn't like the end of the world for them because they're pretty good at recovering card advantage with Predict and Snapcaster and such, but two and one. Let's see if we can get another 4-1. Run back the 4-1s. Like to go first. This hand is delightful. Need to find another blue source for the counterspell, but I'm just gonna shuffle this. I just want to find lands. Lands are like the only thing that matters at the moment. I don't want to have to spend mana to try and find my lands when I could just shuffle for a relook. Alright. Let's try and draw into lands here with these Strixes. As far as cards we could have drawn that aren't lands, that's one of the better ones. Ooh, Merfolk. Wild. So wild, jeez. This is exciting. I'm just gonna cast another Strix, right? Try and just hit my land drops. Yeah, I could hymn them here. I think I just... like, if I hit a land, I get to Fatal Push this turn. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. I feel kinda dead. I feel like I should not feel kind of dead in this matchup, but... like, they have lots of True Name Nemesis in their deck, right? Which is pretty scary as well. That card's a nightmare for us. Okay, I would like to ponder into some lands. That is a land. I guess I have to keep... I can't cast Bolt. I almost feel like I have to shuffle this and just hit a fetch land so I can go Bolt push plus push. I think drawing an Underground Sea and then not hitting a land for the next number of turns is just going to be too bad. Yep. Losing to the Grizzly Bear deck with our mono removal deck is going to be really sad. We have an Engineered Plague in the board though, which is nice against True Name. Yeah, and that just like is too slow, right? Having that as the plan. It's just so slow. Trying to hit lands that way when we need to be interacting with their board. I could Brainstorm into push and then like have them not have another Lord. I guess that's the line. Okay. Yeah, you just can't kill any of these, right? With what we have in hand. I just feel it's too slow is the problem. Like, it's less risky, but I also feel like I'd just die. Wow. Red Elemental Blast. Seems kind of unrealistic here. What is bad? Force is kind of just trash, right? They have Caverns. Maybe Counterspell's just bad as well because of Cavern. And like, unlike Death and Taxes, they don't have creatures and non-creature spells that we actually care about countering that like wouldn't come in via Cavern. So I get to cut one more card. I think I need some number of him to Tourach just to take True Names from their hand. Yeah, the counter magic's pretty awful here, agree. Could see Liliana being pretty bad. Although once they've got a Lord in play, she doesn't actually kill anything. Let's try this. I could see this matchup honestly being tough. Like, a pile of True Name Nemesis just seems very good against this deck. Maybe Jace. Yeah, I could see Jace being pretty bad too. It's just very hard to protect him. But in like the games where we're not protecting him, we're also probably dying. If we don't have a Jace, so... Yeah, the island walk gives planeswalkers trouble in general, agree. Agree completely. So I can shuffle away one of the lands and like get the push. I almost want to shuffle this though. I've already got 2 removal spells. I want to find like a Snapcaster or something so I can start pulling ahead. And like have some sort of pressure on board. Yes, leading with Volk means we couldn't cast him if we drew it, but we've got the Strix, so it doesn't really matter. like to draw a spell. Uh-huh. Strong, strong. That's a good one. Let's see what we can hit. Yeah, the flood's kind of real. Lord of Atlantis, Phantasmal Mage. Okay. I extremely doubt they're attacking with Mutavault this turn, so I'm going to attack them for one. Apparently I was wrong. Apparently they are attacking with Mutavault this turn. Okay. That's good for us though. If that's what they're doing with their turn, we're pretty happy taking that 2 damage, I think. Now we can just leave the Strix back. Ah, I forgot to cast the Pithing Needle on their Mutavaults. It would have been so good. Clearly would have been great. Alright, would like to draw a Kolaghan's Command for this. How do they not have any more Merfolk to cast? This is... Did we just hit both of them? Pithing Needle on Chalice. Oh my god, Bobsy, you see the line? It's fine, I can push one this turn. It's kind of sad they aren't blue, or else I could red blast them, you know? Excuse me. Oh, do they have Silvergill Adepts in hand? This is why they haven't been casting stuff, maybe? No. They just have a Lord, okay. That is fine. Well, I'm going to Edict them. It's just going to end up trading with a Mutavault, but should just use my mana here. Kolaghan's Command. Strix can still block the Lord, so I should leave it back on block still. In response to the Mutavault activation, I think it works out the same either way. Regardless of when I do it, yeah. They can just do it twice. Still only hitting us for 3 a turn. If we draw our Kolaghan's Command, we are very in this game. Or an Abrade, even. Abrade would play. Jeez. Counter that spell or ability. Okay, so we are going to go... Huh. If I time this right, I can block the Mutavault with the Strix. I don't think I want to do that, because it means not getting rid of the Kira. I kind of need to kill the Kira, I think. Oh! So I can target the Kira, get the spell countered by the Kira, and then K-command the Kira and the Chalice, and then kill the Lord. That's really good. So I target the Kira, it gets countered by the Kira. Then I can destroy this, kill the Kira. Now I have the red blast for the Lord. Oh my god. I guess I can red blast this, right? So this is fine. This still works out. I can Pithing Needle the Mutavault and hold back the Strix to block this, and then I'm like completely okay. Oh, the fuck. The Chalice is still in play. Yeah. We just can't win this game then. You're right. We're just dead. It makes no difference, right? Whether... Because I'm probably just dead anyway. I guess I can still draw another K command. The thing is I can't kill the Kira with the K command. This is frustrating. I feel like this matchup might just be very bad for us. Like, they haven't even drawn a true name Nemesis in both games either. Like, not having to face down true name Nemesis is basically playing this game on easy mode and we're still getting destroyed. I did own Grixis Delta, but alas, apparently that's not a legacy deck anymore. I also have Eldrazi built in paper. Because that was like my first serious competitive legacy deck. I mean, the Brainstorm's pretty good if we get this Chalice off the board. Still drawing live to K command next turn. Looks like 4 mana to clear Kira and Chalice. And then we get to Brainstorm for a removal spell for a Lord. Can even like Pithing Needle the Mutavault then. I think Snap K command would also buy us enough time. Oh, we're dead on board to the Alpha Strike? We are. Let's just pretend our opponent doesn't see that. Shaman this Grixis pile. This has been okay so far. It's not felt like amazing, but it's felt decent. Oh my god. See? Clearly not dead on board. Otherwise the opponent would have... Maybe they have Force in hand, and they figure they don't have to play it. Take any risks. I don't know. Yeah. 2-0 to 2-2. Let's try and get this 5th one. Try and hit that 3-2. Live the 3-2 life. I feel like it might be the case that this deck is like good against a lot of like the tier 1 stuff that's going on at the moment, but a bit awkward against like random nonsense. I can see there being like a bunch of combo decks that this could struggle against. Like, you've got him to Tourach and Force, but you don't have a clock. Which seems like a problem. Chalice is a fun and well-designed Magic card, I agree. Alright, on to the 5th. Let's try and look up this 3-2. Live that 3-2 life. Live the 3-2 life you've always dreamed of. Goblins. I assume Goblins is tough for us too. Yeah, they have like a lot of card advantage, right? The card advantage from Goblins is pretty scary. Let's see how it goes though. This is an easy shuffle. Oh, do you know Marcelo, Sandra? I have no idea who Marcelo is, if I'm being honest. Alright, I'm looking forward to this him to Tourach next turn. Try and take their ringleaders. Oh my god, what? Actually, I've seen this in Goblins before, right? It's not that unusual. It's not that unusual. Ringleader. Okay. This is exciting. We're really crossing our fingers with this him to Tourach. Oh wow, that's kind of cool, Sandro. And slightly terrifying. Holy cow, Goblin Settler. I guess I'm gonna him to Tourach and try and hit that Goblin Settler. Oh yeah, and we hit a ringleader. We're so lucky. We're so incredibly lucky. Goblin Settler is the Stone Rain Goblin, Phil. Also known as the best Goblin. So I assume we're hitting the vial and my opponent's hand. Yeah. Can't think of any better, no. There's Stone Rain attached. Clearly it's the best. I think I just want to do this. I think I guess the Matron, like, attacks Jace a bit. But the Vial is good against our Counterspell. And just generally, like, could enable some absurd shenanigans. Wow, we hit a Kiki Jiki. Oh my god. Goblin Ruin Blaster. I have never seen that before, Mike. That is great. I guess it's worse with Vial though, right? Okay, okay, we have Counterspell up, then next time we have Jace, potentially with Force back up. I think we're in an okay spot at the moment. This matchup doesn't seem like the easiest, but we've weathered the storm this game okay. I want to Counterspell this, because I just want the board clear for when I play Jace next turn. And then, like, I can try and find a blue card with Jace, so that I can have Force up to keep the board clear. Ponyback Brigade is a pretty great goblin. Agree. Strong agree. Honestly, there's a world in which I meant to plus on my opponent. Holy cow, what is this? Apparently I like Force. Apparently so. Let's hope my opponent never draws a Cavern of Souls. Baleful Strix is great. Just find another red source. Kind of interested in some Snapcasters for like counterspells here. I'm gonna shuffle this. I think I still want to cast another Ponder. I can probably just pass the turn, honestly. Whatever. Like, hold these blue cards for these forces. That is an Ether Vial. We can kill that later, though. I'm just going to let it resolve. It's going to take a while to tick up high enough where we even, like, care about it. Right? Derp-a-derp-a-derp. Playing cards at random. Just want to find Snapcasters. I guess Kolaghan's command plays as well, huh? So let's go draw step, K command, take down the vial. So we don't have any Snapcasters to return yet. Discard a card, kill your vial. Got a ringleader, Jesus. Abomination of Gadul was everything I wanted to do in that format. I loved that card too much. I actually drafted Khans with some friends whilst I was in Vegas. It was, like, the most gas thing. We now have a problem. There is now pressure on us to actually end the game. Apparently. So I'm told. I guess I can wait on this edict. I might have to start plussing Jace on my opponent now. Now that the cavern is in play. Derp-a-derp. I've already played in Crack to Fetch this turn, so I guess I'm just going to reshuffle her. Go plus or 0. I think I still want to keep zeroing. I want to find a way to kill my opponent, right? I think that's what I want most. Gurmag Angler plays. Gurmag Angler seems great, even. So what am I doing? I can leave up Counterspell and, like, a removal spell. Tapping my 1/1s. Thanks, or I hope your hangover recovers quickly enough. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and edict that 1/1. I guess I could wait till my turn and I get revolt with these fatal pushes, but this is fine. Continue playing cards at random and assuming it's good enough. We're now out of fetchables, I think. I get that impression. It's nice we've kept the vials off the table. It means like even like a ringleader isn't actually that scary. Especially since they can only cast one uncounterable goblin per turn. Probably Bobsy, but I like drawing cards. I don't know about you. But I am a fan of drawing cards. That is a 1/1. I don't care if it's right, I just want to do it. Derp, 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 derp. You think time is the biggest concern? Probably, yeah, agree. Honestly, I'm impressed we're only 3 minutes behind. I took dramatically more game actions than my opponent that game. So let's bring in this Engineered Plague. Let's start with this one. Blue Blasts. Gas. I wish we had Wastelands to get rid of Cavern. This could be worth it. Naming Ether Vial seems reasonable. I think like all this stuff seems interesting to me. Oh my god, Bobsy. Brutal. We could just cut all the forces. Honestly, the counterspells are pretty bad. Just because of Cavern and Vial. Could just like cut all the counter magic. The Edict's also pretty bad. I think I'd rather have a bit of counter magic than the Edicts. And then it's like what we want to cut. I think I want to cut the counterspells. On the draw, like, forcing an Ether Vial is relevant. It's good against Blood Moon too, that's true. And Blood Moon's kind of scary for our deck. Yeah, so we can keep in a couple forces. We can counter Ether Vial, we can counter Blood Moon. And destroy, counter Blood Moon. I think a couple forces seems good for that reason. Just run it like this. Also Chalice, yeah. That makes sense. This is very unexciting, but probably a keep. Have push into snap push. It's like we don't have an answer to Vial. We don't have any disruption for the hand to take Ring Leaders, but we're probably still meant to keep this, regardless. Oh, I do want the extra Fatal Push. Alright, Man1. I thought I ordered that in. I must have missed it. I agree completely that we want the extra Fatal Push. Warding out Counterspell also means we can fetch Swamp here, like, pretty happily, which is nice. Play around Blood Moon a bit. Just gonna take this. Mog Fanatic does not scare me. That one does scare me. Let's just find a swamp. They also have Wasteland, like not getting Wastelanded is nice too. Goblin Chieftain. Exciting. So we cast Snapcaster, it just trades with the Fanatic, which I'm not in love with. So I guess I just take this. Like, getting a card in our yard's kind of relevant for these anglers. So I honestly don't hate, like, the Snapcaster trading with the Mog Fanatic for that reason. Yeah, it's just if we were to do it later on, we'd also get a spell out of the deal, right? But I think I like doing this now. I think I like filling up our yard a bit for the fish. I'm not convinced we'll cast the fish next turn, but just getting, like, trading the Snapcaster with a spell here seems fine to me. You just take the hit. That's reasonable too, but yeah, we can K-Command back Snapcaster, like Sandra was saying too. Like, I think this is fine. Keeps my life total a bit high too. Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. Hey! We found something to do with this turn. That worked out. Wasteland, rude. Okay, I think I want to use my K command whilst I have access to red mana. So I'm gonna try and draw step it. Since our mana's gonna be pinched, and we have like these anglers that want to be eating stuff from the yard anyway, I'm actually gonna make them discard a card rather than get back the Snapcaster here, I think. So you discard a card, this takes 2. They want to wasteland the Badlands, they can go ahead. Relic of Project. We are the actual luckiest. Okay. Jeez, that relic would have been unbeatable. This is true, Caius. Good observation. That relic would have been so unreal. Oh my god. I'm gonna ponder and then cast an angler, I think. I'm actually gonna ship this. I just want to draw lands here with them having a wasteland in play. Okay. Fish, get rid of the lands. The hymn to Tourach and I guess the Fatal Push, we've got another one in hand, right? I think they're holding on to the Wasteland so they can cast Ringleader, since Ringleader is the single best card in this scenario. So it makes sense, like, holding the Wasteland seems correct. It's just, we're obviously pretty happy about it at the moment, though, the way things are playing out. Yeah, that's pretty nice. 4th mana, 2nd blue source, 2nd red source. If I flash in the Snapcaster, I put them on like 2-turn clock, right? It's probably not unreasonable. Whatever though. I'm not into giving up value. I guess now I'm losing my yard anyway for the other fish. So, you know, it looks a bit derpy, but goodbye Snapcaster and K command from my yard. You will be missed. You are loved. You are loved dearly. Alright. That was a solid end. We beat the Goblin Menace. The Goblin Menace was downed. No more losing to goblins on this stream. Ooh. No, I'm just in London. Like, London has a lot of that noise going on. I don't think I'm actually near any of those things. Wow, casual 9 tickets must be nice.